Okay, so at this point we're going to work on the inventory stats. That's this area here. So we've been able to achieve this so far. Before the end of the project, we're going to populate this with products, at least reasonable products. But for now, let's just finish. So working on this section, there are some components we need to create. So I'll come here. We've already created the product summary. I think we created it somewhere. Let me close this list. Okay, I'll just open this guy and my file explorer, and then I'll create the components that we need. So we're going to create a component called info box because this is some information and it looks like a box, so I just called it info box. So I would create a new folder which I'll call info box. Then inside I will now create the files, the respective files. So capital letter info infobox.js. Then of course I'll just drag in the CSS file as well. So let me do that and just dump it here. So we have infobox.js and infobox.scss. Great. So then I'm also going to open the product summary, but for now let me just build out the info box. So I'll close this guy, and come on, let me close this guys we don't need for now. Store filter slice. I'll need the dashboard, product slice. Okay, maybe I'll need it. Then auth services, close that as well. Okay, so now infobox rafce to create our template. Then let's quickly import the what's it called, the CSS file. So I'll just come here and say import dot forward slash infobox.scss. Great. So what next? Now this information box, you notice that there are like 4 things that are different for everything. The icon is different, this text here is different, the count is different, and the background color is different. So those are 4 properties that we want to be dynamic. So I'm going to pass them as props here. So I'll create 4 props. The first one is going to be bg color. Then the second one is going to be the title, then the count, then lastly the icon. So now we can now come inside the info box and just create something nice. First off, let's give this a class name, which is going to be dynamic. So class name. So first is going to have, let me just make this backticks. So here is first going to have info box hyphen box. Then we'll now have a dynamic class. So I'll say dollar and curly braces. Here will now be bg color. So this background color will come from wherever we use this info box component. All right. So let's come inside here and I'll just create a span. So span, tap that, and this span is going to have, you know what, let me just put what is inside the span. So the span is going to contain the icon. So icon. So let me give it some classes. Class name. So this is going to be info hyphen icon. Then I'm just going to give it a color of white. So dash dash color white. Okay, then I'll create another span, span, tap that. This span is going to contain, let me just put it down here, it's going to contain both the title. So let me put it inside a paragraph. Title, come on Zeno, title, and then the second one is going to be a h4, and this h4 will contain the count. Of course, now this span I'm going to give it a class of class name, and I'll say info text. So info hyphen text. All right, so this is the JSX for our information box. So we're going to save this file now and we'll now use it in the product summary. So here I'll just search for product summary. I know I created it before. All right, so in this product summary, let's first import the CSS file. So I'll say import dot forward slash, oh sorry, dot for, oh okay, something has changed in my keyboard, so I need to use the other key. So dot forward slash product summary dot scss. Great. So for this in this product summary here, we're going to import all the icons that we use. So let me just grab them and paste them in. So these are the 4 icons that we're going to use for these product boxes. All right, now one thing I'll do is that these icons, I'll put them inside, I'll attach them to a variable. So here I'll just come down and say icons, and then I'll just say, let me create the first one. So the const, I'll say const, and this one is going to be earning icon, and it's just going to be equal to, so we're just going to slot in one of the icons inside it. So that icon is going to be this first one here. So I'll just grab that, copy that, and then I'll just paste that in. Now this icon is going to have a size of 40, sorry, 40. Aha. Then it's going to have a color, everything is going to have a color actually of white. So color, and that's going to be equal to, okay, so I'll just say hash f. Oh, everything has changed in my keyboard. Wow, I need to actually pause the video and fix this stuff. Okay, let me do that. Okay, so this is going to be hash fff, and then so basically we're just going to do the same for the other icons. Now because it's kind of repetitive, what I'll just do is I'll just paste in the icons with the attached variable name, so that, you know, to save some time. So I'll come down here and paste, oh sorry, Control Z. Okay, so I'll just paste in the icon. So if you look here, basically we just have, this is the product icon, and we, you know, use this icon, same size, same color. Then we have the category icon, which is by category. Then we have the out of stock icon. So, you know, it's basically just the icons we imported here that we're just attaching to variable names. Okay, all right, so now that we've done that, let's go ahead and head over to the return statement. So I'll come in here to our return statement, get rid of what you see. Okay, maybe not, but you see this div here, I'm going to give it a class name of product summary. Aha, so product summary, like so, and then I'll just cut this guy out, Control X, and let's come down here. So the first thing we have, what do we have here? We have this H heading that says inventory start. So I'll come here and I'll add my H3, tab that, and then just say inventory starts. This H3, however, should just have a class name of, so let's add some margin on the top. All right, so after the H3, what do we have? Well, I'll have a div that will contain all of these boxes. So I'll just come here and say dot, and I'll call it info summary, like so. Tap that and come to the next line. Now we can now bring in the info box component. So here I'll start my info box component. Let's close that and let's auto import it. Aha, so now remember, it has some props that we need to give it. So I'll come here, I'll first start with the icon. So I'll set the icon, and that's going to be equal to, so this one is going to take the product icon, the product icon. Then we're going to set the title, and the title is just going to be total product. Then next we're going to have the count. Now this is just going to be the product count. So because in the product summary, let me show you. Okay, we can have access to the products here from the product summary. If you go to the dashboard, right? Oh, we've not even slotted in the product summary here. So let's add the product summary first here. So I'll just put it above this guy here. Like this, I'll say product summary. Let's close that. And then let me try to auto import it. Aha, so let's import the product summary. So now this product summary, I'm going to pass the products just like I did here. I'm going to pass it to the product summary component. So I'll come here and paste that in. Now the product summary will have access to the products. So let's head over back to the product summary. And I think at this point we can be in what we are building. So now in our product summary, for this first icon box here, I'll give it a count of products.length. And that's because, come on, this is too much, man. Let me remove the products.length. So I'll come here first and destructure the products. So here we're expecting products, so I'll just come here and just get it out. So products plural, yeah. So what that means is that inside of this count I can say products dot length th, yeah. Then the last thing we have is the background color. So I'll just say bg color, and that's going to be equal to, and this is going to be card1. So card1. Okay, I believe I pressed 1 on my keyboard. Okay, then I'll save. Now let's see what we have on the page. Okay, it's still compiling, so let's just give it a couple of seconds. Aha, so you see now it has displayed. Now let's even look at this guy. We don't have that dashboard text. See, we have this dashboard text here, so I'll just get rid of it while I can. So I'll go to the dashboard, and then I'll just get rid of this dashboard here because we didn't have that in the project. Save that, and then let's come back to our product summary. So in this product summary, we're just going to duplicate this information box a couple of times. So 1, 2, 3. So we have 4 of those. All right, so let's start from the second one and edit. So the second one is going to have the earning icon. So here we're just going to say earning icon. Aha. Then here the text is going to say total store value. So total store value. Then here we're not going to say product.length. Let's just leave it blank for now, or maybe let's just add a number there. Just say 0. Then this is going to say card2. All right, card2. So this one is going to be the out of stock icon. So here we're just going to say out of stock icon. Then here it's just going to say out of stock, and of course here let's just have a number. So for now we're just going to put 0 there. Then here we're going to say card3. Lastly, we're going to have the category icon here. So let's come here and change this to category icon, and here we're just going to say all categories. Then of course let's just have a dummy number there. I'll just say 0. Then background color is going to be card4. Aha, now if you go ahead and save this file, you should see we have 4 info box here. The only thing is that we've not calculated the values for the count for the remaining part of the info boxes. That's a store value, categories, and out of stock. So what we're going to do is we're going to calculate it in Redux in the next video. All right, see you in the next one then.